Good morning, everybody. It says we're live. If you can hear me, give me a 2x4 in the chat. Ground Fog was here and made a comment. First comment, he was at 11:30 last night. Holy crap. Good morning, Michael Hamilton. Michael Hamilton was the first person or the second person in here to do a comment. Good morning to you. Good morning and welcome to Clickbait and Coffee. It is Tuesday, August, I don't even know what day, August 6th, 5th? 5th. It's August 5th. All right. Thank you, Michael Hamilton. Yes, it's August 5th. Hey, I tell you what, the weather has cooled down. It was actually halfway nice outside today. Let me see what it's going to be today. I know there's a chance of rain today. No, they've taken the rain out. It's going to be 84 today and sunny. We were supposed to get a bunch of rain this week from what they were saying before, but apparently that's going to move out and it's not going to rain here. So, guys, what have y'all got going this week? Any big plans for the weekend? What have y'all got going today? And I'll go ahead and give you the topic we're going to talk about today. The topic today is why people don't prepare and why you should keep on going. So we're going to kind of dive into that a little bit of why people don't see preparedness as something they need to do, and why, if you're already in preparedness, why you need to keep on going. So we're going to do that. Stick your comments about stuff like that in the chat, and we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. Greg Skeens, good morning. I bet Greg's working on a dump truck today or driving one. So it seems like he's always either working on one or driving one. So, but all right, guys. First thing, Combat Midwife, October 25th. She will be down here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, doing her class. So she's going to be here October 25th doing the midwife and birthing class. I am excited about that, and I think I'm going to try to get her on maybe Friday morning to talk about the class, and I need to make a note. All right. I'll need to make a note to call her. Miss Sharon, good morning. I hadn't seen you in a hot minute. Thanks for being in here. But yeah, guys, if y'all want to see, I can probably get Jessica on Friday. She's a combat midwife to talk about what she does, her class, and everything like that. So if you want to listen to her blab for about an hour, let me know, and I'll shoot her a message and see what she's got going on. But Michael Hamilton putting the Alice Chandlers back together. Well, that sounds like a good time. At least if you're working on an older tractor, you don't have all the computers and all that kind of crap. So, and Newman's here, and it is, let me see, 109, but feels like 119. Newman, we are coming down. We're only going to be like 84 today, which yesterday I took the day off. My youngest one's going back to school. School starts Thursday, so I told him, I was like, hey, I'm just going to take Monday off. We're going to run around, do whatever you want to do. And he was like, okay. So we spent the day together, running around and doing dad and son stuff. And he had a good time. We went first thing to the arcade. The bowling alley here has got an arcade, a pretty nice, decent arcade. So we went to the arcade, played arcade games for a while. And before that, we grabbed breakfast first. Then went to the arcade and played there for a while. And he wanted to go play putt-putt because they just opened a new putt-putt place up the road. And I had never been there. He had went there with one of his friends before. So it didn't open till like noon. So we came back to the house, hung out for a while, went and played putt-putt. And they've got all these different games. They've got they've got like outdoor ping pong and some stuff like that they were playing. There was a bunch of kids he knew, so he hung out there for a couple of hours, and I sat back underneath the ceiling fans and just enjoyed the day. So that was what I did yesterday. Now it's back to the grind. I've got to go today. I've got to be down at my mom's house to fix some stuff for her on her house. I want to do that. And then Wednesday, we're going to start on my brother's house, remodeling it. We've got 2 bathrooms to do right now. And then we're planning on doing the kitchen, the living room, and some stuff like that. So got that going on. And then Bill, good morning, Bill. Thanks for sliding in here and being with us this morning. And then Newman, I'm so jealous. 84 sounds lovely. So, and yes, Newman, it was a great day with my son. He's actually going to run down with me to my mom's house. I told him, I'm like, hey, I got the morning show. I was like, be ready. And I can hear him. He's roused up, and I think he just got in the shower. But he's going to go down there and hang out with my mom while I get some work done. And then depending on what time we get done, we'll probably run and do a couple things after that. So that's going to be my day. And I'm kind of excited to get down and start on my brother's house. My brother's house is a house that I actually grew up in. My my parents built that house. It was like 49, almost 50 years ago. My parents built that house. They lived in it until me and my brother were like 11 and 12, somewhere around there. And they built a house that my mom lives in now. And then it was funny. My grandmother moved over. Her husband died. My grandpa, she bought that house from my parents and lived there until she died. And then my parents bought it back from the estate. And we did a little bit of remodeling, new carpet, repainted everything. I lived there when I was in college and a little bit after I got out of college. And so then I built another house. And then my brother ended up buying that house for my parents. So that house has been in our family since it was built. And it's kind of cool. I hope my brother stays there for a little bit, or at least rents it out or keeps it in the family. It's kind of cool to have that house for the last 50 years, and we've all moved out and moved back in kind of thing. So let's see. Bill, I've already finished my coffee this morning, Miss Sharon. I have plum grape smoothie for breakfast and transplanted some volunteer ginger. That sounds pretty sweet. Let me see. And Miss Sharon, we went from 42 days, no rain, 90 to 100 to 60s. And rain 24/7. Ooh, it's one thing or another, isn't it? It's either hot as all get out or cooler and just rainy. So, Bill, I'm drinking Retro Warrior coffee this morning. If you all want to try the sample packs, go to Retro Warrior. It's retrowarriorcoffee.com. Use the code Homestead50. That'll get you 50% off your a sample pack so you can try it out. I'm still waiting on Lisa to give me a coupon code. So if y'all want to do a subscription to get the coffee, you can get some money off of it. I've got to call her today and be like, hey, I need the code now. So, but if you want to do that, run over to their website. It's Homestead 50, and Miss Sharon put that in there. Thank you, Miss Sharon. I've missed you being on here to help me out with all these awesome links. So Miss Sharon, how many tabs do you have open on your laptop this morning? Probably like 50 or 60, I say. So, but honestly, Miss Sharon, I appreciate it. And Michael Hamill said dealing with Canada's smoke. Are they still having wildfires and stuff up there? I've been so out of the news on stuff. It's just like, I just have not paid attention to it. I've been so busy with everything else we've got going on. It's like, forget it. I just hadn't looked at the news. Don't really care, honestly. It's just a bunch of propaganda. So Shelly and I covered a couple of news articles Saturday night when we did a live. If you missed that, go back and watch it. It ended up being pretty stinking funny. I had not planned on it going that way, but it kind of went downhill pretty quick. But it was funny when it did. So. And Bill, I got so far behind on mowing my pastures over my head sitting on the mower. Bill, you've got to get some sheep, man. You've got to get some sheep down there to start eating that and turning that good-looking grass into some lamb chops, man. And Miss Sharon, sorry, he's got a lot going on. No, just two. So you've only got two tabs open. You're better than me. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 12 tabs open on mine right now. So, and let's see, Bill. I've been mowing 2 days and still have 3+ days left to get caught up. Hey, I tell you, I'm going to have to mow my yard today. Either today or tomorrow is probably when I will hit it. And Russell Homestead, good morning. Today is compost flipping, edelberry harvesting, bone broth making, canning, making the canning, peach preserves, seed starting for fall, and fall and winter greenhouse growing. Well, now Russell Homestead, you've been hitting the compost pretty hard because I've been seeing it on Facebook. I'm pretty sure that you've been flipping and doing compost like nobody's business. And it seems like you learned a lot from William. So, but all right, guys. Yeah, we got Combat Midwife the 25th. Shelly and I have been working behind the scenes, getting all kinds of stuff going for you guys. Another thing, and I know people were interested in it. We have a date for the land navigation class that Mike Adkins is going to come teach. The date is November 8th and 9th. It's going to be at Mammoth Cave National Park. We have they've got a pavilion. It's an enclosed pavilion. It's got heat and air in it. So it's climate controlled, enclosed. We've got that rented. And then it's going to be a 2-day class. We're going to do the first day. It's going to be map reading and getting all your basics down on how to do and how to navigate. And then the second day is actually going to be out in the field, actually at Mammoth Cave, out in the park, going through the course that Mike's going to set up. My goal is to have that on the website by Friday. I'm still waiting on Mike to get me the description of the class and everything like that. So, and Shelly to make some pretty little graphic, because Shelly makes all the cool graphics that you see on the website and that you see on Facebook most of the time. So, but that class is going to be November 8th and 9th. Put it on your calendars, and hopefully by Friday it will be up on the website where we can start selling tickets. I talked to Mike for about an hour yesterday, going over some logistics stuff and everything like that. And I tell you, Brian and Susan from S&B Homestead Radio, they are coming up to run all the communications for us. Everybody is going to have a Baofeng radio. So when you're out going on the course, we'll have radio communication set up. Thank you, Miss Sharon. We'll have radio communication set up. If you get lost, something like that, you can radio back to the base or our pavilion and tell us, where you're at, so we can come find you, get you back on course. But I talked to Brian and Susan about it, and they're like, "That sounds fun. We want to do the comms for that for sure." So they're going to be there running comms, stuff like that, and I'm excited about that. So, and then also tentative date on Leslie from the School of Earth and All. Leslie is going to do an herbal class or an herbal workshop. It'll be a 1-day workshop. It's going to be down here around Bowling Green. We're looking at December 6th is when we're going to do it. So I know a bunch of people ask about a more extensive herbal workshop. So we've got Leslie set for December 6th to do a 1-day workshop, and that'll be down here in Bowling Green. Shelly's out of town for a few days. We've got to get everything done. Leslie's got to give me a course description. And once I get the course description and all that, we will have it up on the website too. I'm hoping by Friday I can get all this stuff up on the website if everything goes smooth. So, and Russell Homestead, making compost is my new favorite thing. William was an excellent teacher. Loved setting in on his demonstrations and classes at the festival. Yes, I tell you, William is an awesome guy. I love talking to him. I wished I could talk to him more. And you know what? I didn't change. Boom, look at that. All right. I forget to change the logo sometimes. When you've got so much crap going on, it's just like you forget to change it. And I just looked and I was like, wrong logo. So, but yes, William is an amazing guy. Enjoy talking to him all the time. I wished he would hurry up and buy some land in Tennessee so he would be closer to me to where we could hang out more. But that's his plan. He keeps talking about moving to Tennessee. So, and I'll tell you, Russell Homestead, compost will make everything on your farm and your homestead so much better. It's amazing what that stuff will do if you're making good biocomplete compost. Your predator insects are not going to, or your bad insects aren't going to hang around. It's going to make everything grow so much better. It's just amazing what compost will do for your place. L2 Survive. Good morning. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning. So, all right, we got the herbal workshop scheduled December 6th. It'll be on the website by Friday where you can pick up tickets for it. And then comms workshop. Brian and Susan are going to do a comms workshop. It's probably going to be after the first of the year, just because once we start running in, past the first week in December, nobody's going to want to do anything. Everybody kind of gets in Christmas mode and stuff like that. So we're going to set a date after the first of the year to have the comms class. And that's actually going to be a 2-day class. We've done it before where it's a 1-day class. And it was just too rushed. People wanted more time with that. So we're going to wind up doing it a 2-day class. And kind of what I talked to Brian about, we could split it up doing 2 days, get to play and go out and do radio stuff both days. So I'm excited about it. Also, as soon as we get everything in, if you see back here, I've got new radios setting out. We're working with Brian and Susan to do some radio stuff to where we can sell some radios on the website along with some consultation stuff. So I know a lot of people will buy radios, even if they're pre-programmed radios. The people will buy those and they're like, that's cool. I've got a pre-programmed radio. How do I use this thing? Or they're like, oh, I kind of know how to use it, but then I'm going to have to watch a bunch of YouTube videos and spend hours of my time watching YouTube videos to figure out how to use this thing. So Brian and Susan, we're collaborating with them to where if you get a radio from us, then you can do a consultation with Brian and Susan to actually show you. They're going to do a video consultation on actually how to use this, answer your questions, so you don't spend 2 or 3 hours watching YouTube videos and learning how to use this radio. We're going to have handheld radios and also base stations. That back there, I'll grab. I just got this in yesterday. This is, I've got one of these myself, so that's why I got it. Another one. This is a TYT 8600. It is a mini radio, but it's a stinking powerhouse of a radio. If you see how big this thing is, I can grasp it in my hand. This is our 8600. It is it's a dual band. It'll do UHF and VHF. It'll do your 2-meter ham, 70 centimeter. It'll do GMRS. It will do MERS. It'll actually, I'm pretty sure it will do marine band radios also. The marine bands. 25 watt. The cool thing is this is waterproof. So it's IP67 waterproof. So your IP67 is essentially it's dust proof. It's dust proof, and then the 7 rating it can be submerged in water up to 1 meter for an hour. It's either an hour or 30 minutes. So it's an awesome little radio. I've got one and I've used it a bunch. I like it. And I'm like, if we're going to do radios, let's carry this one. So we've got that. Andrew Massey, good morning. How are you? So we've got that. So I've got to work on getting all the radio stuff. I've got most of the radios in. There's another one. We're going to carry a TYT 9800. I had one of those before, and I forgot what happened to it, but it's a TYT 9800. We're going to have those in too. Those are supposed to be in tomorrow, And all over on the other side of the shelves, I've got all kinds of radios sitting there, stuff that we've been getting in the last week or so. But stay tuned for that. We're going to help you on your communications, because along with communications and first aid and medical stuff are two of the things. They're not sexy. They're not fun. You're not going to brag to your friend, oh man, look, I just got a case of gauze. Look how sexy this case of gauze is. As opposed to, hey, I've got a new Glock 19. Let me show you this thing. Or I've got a new AR-15. Let me show it off. But comms and medical stuff are not sexy. A lot of people just avoid those like the plague, or they just buy one little thing and they're like, cool, I've got it. I'll figure out, all that stuff later on. I want to get people more trumped up and more prepared on the first aid, the medical, and the communications. I've got my general class license. I need to play with the radios a lot more than I do. I'm going to make it a point to do that in the future as soon as I get everything I've got. Since I moved to this office, I had all my radios in another room down here in the basement, so I've got to run coax back down to here. I've been putting it off just because some of it is in the attic, and it's been so stinking hot. I do not want to get up there and fight with cables and moving them down here right now. But I know I'm going to have to, and I will probably get that done. I don't know if it stays nice. I might get it done this weekend. So, yes, Miss Sharon, thank you. Remember, hit the like button. That'll tell everybody that we're on here and not to watch, or at least YouTube won't push it out as much. So, and then also first aid medical stuff. If you need any kits, first aid, medical bags, IFAKs, jump on the website and check that out. Everything is in stock except for red IFAKs. And I don't know when those will be back in stock, but check that stuff out. And that's all I've got as far as that. So now we can jump into the main topic. I was thinking I've been reading Mike Adkins' book, his second book, Over the Precipice, which Mike is an amazing author. I love the way he writes. I got that book last week, and I'm about 3/4 of the way through it. So I've been thinking of why, more on the preparedness aspect of a lot of things while I'm reading his book. And there's a couple in there that they don't prepare to do anything like that. So it kind of hit me of why people don't prepare, and honestly why you should keep on going. So there's kind of like 5 things that I came up with on why people don't prepare. One of the first ones is if their eyes are open to it and they admit that they need to, and admit that something could go wrong, then it's almost like they're held liable that they need to start prepping. It's kind of like you hear about people, they know they're sick, but they don't want to go to the doctor, because then if they go to the doctor's going to tell them they've got whatever, cancer or something like that. So then it's real. So if they never get a diagnosis, they can just go on and live their lives like they're not really sick. That's probably one of the reasons people don't prep, is because they don't want to think about what will happen, because then they're actually liable. And it's a realization that, hey, I need to do something for it. Camo Dad, good morning, buddy. How are you? But the top 5 reasons that I came up with is, it pretty much goes with what I just said, is normalcy bias. It hadn't happened yet, so it's not going to happen. Good morning, Chuck, Homestead Medical. How are you, bud? But yeah, normalcy bias. It hadn't happened yet, so it's not going to happen. Most people believe that, it could happen, but it's most likely not going to happen. So they're just like, well, I'm not going to prepare for it. You hear people are always screaming, the sky's falling, and it hadn't fallen yet. So so they're just like, it's never going to happen. Local prepper, good morning, bud. I hope everything's good with you. So I know you've got stuff going on, but I hope everything's going great with you. Glad to have you in here. So another one is being overwhelmed, or paralysis analysis kind of thing. You know, it's don't know where to start, and it seems like such a monumental task and an expensive effort to do. Uh, they're scared. They don't know where to start. It's like, uh, I'm scared to do it, so I'm just not going to do anything. And you've seen that before, the whole fight or flight kind of deal. So you got to look at that. They're scared. They're just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to start doing preparedness stuff. I just don't have the time, don't know where to start, anything like that. And then it just puts them in there, and they're just like, holy crap, we don't know what to do. So another one, fear of looking crazy. There's so much stuff. Uh, so much stuff. You don't want to be labeled a doomsday prepper, or the one of those crazy survivalists that's going to run out in the woods and that kind of stuff. The stigma around it, honestly, the stigma around it is not near as bad as it used to be. So people are always scared of being labeled something. I could care less if somebody called me a doomsday prepper or one of these crazy survivalists, or somebody that believes in the Walking Dead, stuff like that. It's like, whatever, I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. So, and then Camo Dad, oh, where'd he go? Camo Dad doing well. Funny enough, even if you don't prep, shit going to happen with you or without you. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's going to happen regardless. So, and then let me see. Bill's talking about his pigs now. Depending on how many piglets are born in September, I'm hoping I know someone in Kentucky that might want to trade a couple pigs for a couple sheep. Bill, we can talk about that for sure. So, and also, Bill, I hope you got your roof. I hope that guy is actually going to do your roof. And I've not heard anything else about that boy in Hendersonville about the roof. So hopefully the guy you found will do it. But yes, in September, we can talk about trading some stuff for sure. And then, Miss Sharon, just remind them of Noah. Exactly. Noah was a crazy conspiracy theorist, but until it started raining. So, but yeah, don't let people, if people, well, honestly, if you're prepping and doing it right, people should not know. You shouldn't tell everybody and their mom about it. Just tell your closest friends and stuff like that, and go on about it. Don't tell everybody what you're doing. So then if you don't tell everybody what you're doing and practice OPSEC on it, a lot of people aren't going to know. And really the only people that are going to know are the ones that should know, your friends and your family that you trust. So don't worry. Some people find out that I do preparedness stuff and everything. And I've had some people be like, well, you think the sky is going to fall and we're going to have nuclear war and we're going to do this and this. And it's just like, whatever. It's like, go on about it. I don't really care what you think about it. So let me see. Michael Hamilton. Every day is preparing for winter up here. 300 inches of snow a season. Yeah, that's stuff like that. You're preparing your summer, your spring, summer, and fall are preparing for wintertime. Greg S., good morning to you. And Camo Dad, OPSEC is a thing. You don't want to be a loot drop for someone else. Exactly. That's there's a lot of people that's like, hey, I'll show you everything. On here, I only show you what I want you to see. I'm not going to show my whole food storage. I'm not going to show all the guns and stuff I've got. It's like, hey, just show you what you want. If you've got people that come over to your house all the time that you don't 100% trust and want them to know about that, keep that stuff in the closet. Keep it hidden. If I've got people that come down to the house that I don't want them to know that we do a lot of preparedness stuff, I just close doors in the basement. Most of our stuff's stored in the basement in different closets and storage areas. I just close that up. So, but yes, OPSEC is a thing. Don't go out there showing everything you've got unless you've got a whole battalion of people that are going to come and support you and fight people off, because you will become a loot drop on stuff. All right. Another reason, number 4, trusting in the systems and the institutions. The government will come help. That's what most people are like. If it gets real bad, the government's going to come help, and they're going to they're going to take care of us and bring us food and water, and that we're going to have a place to sleep and all that stuff. The government's not going to help you. Also, stores will restock. The stores aren't going to restock. I mean, the stores right now, and it's a general consensus that the stores will have about 72 hours worth of supplies. And after that, if the trucks stop running, 72 hours, they're done. And that is with standard everyday shopping. If people realize that, hey, there's not going to be any more trucks or there's something crazy going on, that 72 hours is probably going to turn into about 6 hours, maybe 12 hours. So it's like the trucks might not keep on running. The people are think the government will take care of us. The stores are always going to restock because they want to take care of us and make money. If the stores can't restock, they're not going to make any money. So they're not worried about that. So, and then also, like, the government will take care of you. Look at it right now. Look at all the foreign aid that we're giving to all these different countries. When we've got veterans, homeless, we've got kids that aren't eating, that, I mean, literally kids that are eating one meal a day when they go back to school, or maybe 2 meals. They'll get breakfast and lunch. They're not getting any dinner. So you've got kids that are going hungry. You've got veterans that are going hungry and living on the streets after they've served the country and served for our freedom and done all that. And they're sitting on the streets homeless, but we're giving money to all these other countries. And then people are sitting there saying, oh yeah, the government's going to take care of us. And then also they're remodeling the Capitol. I mean, I voted for Donald Trump. I support a lot of the stuff he does, but then you're looking at it, it's like, oh yeah, we've got all this stuff going on. Let's go ahead and remodel and add on to the Capitol to where we can have these extravagant dinners. It's like, what the hell? I think it's, what is it? I think it was $200 million they were going to spend on this deal with the Capitol to make a banquet hall. It's like, let's take this. I mean, we're living in a time of inflation. I mean, we're probably going to be in a recession. The economy is pretty shitty, honestly. I mean, it's getting better, but it's like people are hurting out there to buy groceries, but we've got $200 million to remodel this and, do this kind of thing. Also, if you're in Kentucky, you'll see they're going to remodel the Capitol in Kentucky, in Frankfort. So they're like, oh, we're going to spend all this money and remodel this and remodel that. And it's like, the economy sucks pretty much. People are starving. People need help. But we've got money to remodel this building that, honestly, we could probably do without the stupid thing. I mean, and that's one thing I don't understand, why we've got these immaculate buildings for all these government bureaucrats when, hell, let's build them a dang steel building. I mean, tear that stupid Capitol down. We don't need, marble floors and marble statues and, granite walls and all these nice offices and everything. Tear the darn thing down, build a 2-story steel building with metal outsides and windows and be done. Concrete floors. Let's go in here, seal the bare concrete floors. If you want a rug in your office, throw a rug in your office. Throw a stinking $200 desk in there and be done with it. We don't need all this marble crap. So instead of spending $200 or $300 million on a building, let's spend about $3 million on a super nice metal building with steel sides and be done with it. I don't care about it. I mean, I would rather, and I've said this before, I would rather have a cheap looking steel building that I went in to pay my taxes and stuff like that and have a hell of a lot cheaper taxes than some big, nice fancy brick building with marble columns out front, granite floors and all this kind of crap. So the government's not going to take care of you. So these people that are like, I don't need to prep because the government's going to take care of me. It's not going to. So, and then let me see. Yes, Greg. Build the darn bureaucrats a pole barn and let them have their offices in a pole barn. I tell you what, I've seen some stinking nice stuff with a pole barn. I mean, think about it. We could build them a pole barn and our taxes would go down a bunch. I mean, if you want that, if you would rather have our politicians living in a pole or having their offices in a pole barn or a in a pole barn or a steel building, put a 1 in the chat. And if you don't, you're probably a commie. So, but yes, Greg, a pole barn. Let me see. Let's see. And Bill, I don't even talk about stuff I have for preparedness. I ain't going to worry about being a loot drop. Exactly. And Bill, besides that, take the plug out of my 12 gauge. It'll hold 11 5.5-inch rounds. Yeah. Let's see. Camo Dad. The government is worried about the continuation of government, not preservation of life. Exactly. I mean, that's what FEMA is not set up to help people. FEMA is set up for continuity of government is exactly what they're set up for. Let's see, Miss Sharon. The government is never and will never protect us from anything. DT said we're doing great. Yeah, sure we're doing great. Maybe the gov is the people, but the citizens are buying groceries on credit, in no way in sight to pay for them. So out of touch reality. Yeah, exactly. They're out of touch. Exactly. So, and we've got some ones in the chat. Let me see. Russell, good morning. Thank you. And Bill, the government can't even take care of themselves, let alone the general public. Exactly. And see, we've got ones in the chat. Yeah, exactly. Camo Dad, a wood shack and make them part-time employees. Yeah. I mean, and that's the whole thing. I don't understand. And not getting down this rabbit hole. And we all know how it works. They're making a salary of what, $175,000 or $200,000 a year for being up there, but they go in there not millionaires and they leave when they're finally done, or when they finally pull their decrepit, aging, nasty body out of there, they're multi-millionaires. So it's like the math doesn't math. So, but we know it's all insider trading and lobbyists and everything like that. So either that or they're just awesome financial experts and they really know how to invest that $175,000 a year to make multi-millions. So let me see. They should all have to live like we do for 4 years before they can even run. Hey, I'm dead up with you. So, all right, number 5, why people don't prep. Short-term thinking. They think that they'll deal with it when it happens. You know, it's like, we're going to have, and people do this crap all the stinking time. You can see it when hurricanes come through or when they call for a snowstorm. When they call for any kind of snow in Kentucky, everybody runs out, fills their car up. They get milk, bread, and eggs like they're going to cook French toast in the snow apocalypse. And it's like, I've yet to understand why they get milk, bread, and eggs. So it's like, whatever. But you see it, you know, there's going to be a hurricane. Everybody rushes out and they buy a generator. It's like, if you live down where you get hurricanes, why do you not have a generator? Why don't you have a little bit of stored fuel sitting there instead of running out and being in the middle of all of it in the chaos? So it's short-term thinking on that. And I mean, essentially preparedness and the lifestyle that I live is, well, I said it, preparedness is a lifestyle. It's not a sprint just to buy everything that you need. It's more of a lifestyle and a marathon on buying stuff. Stuff that I've got, I didn't go out and purchase in one day. It's been years and years of slowly accumulating stuff and getting all these preps ready. Hey, I might not ever use all this stuff, but some of it my kids can have, you know, especially the radios, the guns, the stuff like that. I mean, if I don't ever use it in my lifetime for some of the stuff of what we dreamed about happening, my kids can have it, and I'll pass it down to them. And Bill says, or they hit the revolving door and become private sector workers and get richer. Yeah, exactly. Private sector workers for not doing anything. So, all right, that was the last one, short-term thinking. So, and I wrote a bunch of notes. Why we should keep on doing it. That's the main thing. We're in this. Why should we keep on doing it? Yes, you can get burnt out sometimes, but it's like, boom, let's keep on doing this thing. You're responsible. You know, you're responsible for you and your family. Your actions, everything you do, you're responsible for that. So one of the big reasons that I got into preparedness more, I dabbled in it a little bit, and then I started reading some of the prepper fiction books. And there was one book, and I don't remember what it was essentially the guy was there. His two kids came up, and it's like, Dad, I'm hungry. And the dad is like, I do not have anything to feed these kids. I have to figure something out. And essentially, him and his kids were starving to death. And his kids were like, Dad, we're hungry. We need something to eat. That part of the book just hit me like a 20-pound hammer. It's like, I do not ever want to be in that position where my kids or my wife come and say, I'm hungry and I don't have anything to give them. So after that, I really kicked it into overdrive. I was a lot more serious about my preparedness stuff. And I'm like, I don't want that to happen. I want my kids to always have something to eat. My wife always have something to eat. Us to always be protected, have a place for us to stay, and be as prepared as we can. You know, it's sacrificing going on vacations and all that kind of crap. Honestly, I could care less about going on vacations, but don't tell my wife because we're going later on. But yeah, as far as that sacrifice stuff, you don't need the newest, best truck ever. Drive your truck a little bit more, you know, and then drive your truck a little bit more, save that money, put it into preparedness stuff. So, building resilience. The more resilient you are, the better off that you're going to be. You know, if something happens, you can't be resilient if you're going to rely on the government and rely on other people. If they're coming in and rounding people up to go to FEMA camps, but you're sitting here and you've got food, you've got security and a place to stay, you don't necessarily, you know, it's not like, oh my gosh, the great savior is coming to where I can go to the FEMA camp. It's like, we don't need to go to the FEMA camp because we prepared and we're resilient. You can't hold out against an enemy if you're not resilient on stuff. That's the biggest thing. You know, the more food you put away, the more food production you've got, the more security you've got, the more resilient you're going to be, and the more that you can sit back and relax and fight off any kind of stuff. Just like money. If you've got enough money in your bank account and your truck breaks down, you're resilient enough. It's like, okay, that's no big deal. I've got enough money to get my truck fixed, or I've got the knowledge to fix my truck. You know, I've just got to go buy the parts, and I can put these new parts on and fix it. Just that financial resiliency, food resiliency, production, security, all that stuff is being resilient as much as you can. And let me see, Michael Osborne. Bear said it better than I can. Our goal is to perpetuate normalcy for the ones we love. It's not easy to get burnt out when that's the lens you look through. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that I agree 100% on that. Then Hacks for the Homesteader. Good morning. I know everything I built and accumulate is for my kids, and they have their place and can eat, and theirs have a place and can eat. Exactly. I mean, that's the way to do it. I mean, I'm accumulating stuff for my kids. Camo Dad. As a man, you owe your family blessings, protections, and guidance. Yes, exactly. I mean, to be the man in the family, it's your job to protect your family and provide for them. So do it. Don't be a goon. This is a heritage farm, period. Exactly. Keep building and doing for your kids. So let me get this off. All right. You're ahead of the curve. So, I mean, and I've said it before, you know, they're calling for a snowstorm or they're calling for a hurricane. Everybody rushes out and grabs all that stuff. If you've got, let's just take a hurricane, for instance. If you've got plywood to board up your windows and doors, you've got some sandbags to put out, you've already got that stuff, you've got your generator, you know it works because you're running that generator once a month and making sure it works and the fuel's not getting stale, and you've got 30 gallons of gasoline already set, fresh gasoline that you've been rotating through every month. You've got that sitting there. The hurricane can come, and then you don't have to go out to Home Depot and fight the crowds and go to the gas station and fight the crowds and wait in an hour-long line to get gasoline for your generator that you don't know if it's going to work or not, because it's been about 8 months since you started it because you laxed on your values and what you thought was good. You decided to go play golf those weekends. So, hey, what are you going to do? So you're ahead of the curve. You can sit back and relax, and you're like, hey, I might, if it's not super bad, I might go top off and go get a couple things, but I don't have to. So you can jump in your truck or your car and look, and you're like, man, it is a madhouse out here. I really don't need that extra Hershey bar that I wanted, or that extra Reese's candy that I wanted. I can live without that instead of fighting these crowds. So you go back home, sit in a recliner and wait for the hurricane to come because you're prepped and ready to go. So, and then also influence of other people. You can become an influence on other people whether you know it or not. You could get some people going, and you can get some people more self-reliant in there. You can get people to understand that, hey, you're taking care of your family. You're not just some kooky dude that's buying AR-15s and ammo like it's going out of style. You're providing, if we have a huge, big emergency, your family's going to be taken care of. So, I mean, be of value, influence some other people about stuff. So, let me see. Michael Hamilton, the problem is when the roundup starts, they want your stash to feed the bums that did not prepare. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's 100% what's going to happen. Let me see. Russell, most definitely taught my boys to work on anything and everything theirself early in life. Exactly. I mean, you've got to teach kids that stuff and everything. And I've got to start teaching my youngest one a lot more stuff. He wants to know about working on stuff and everything. We've talked about it quite a bit. Nathaniel Bowman, good morning. How are you? Let me see. Miss Sharon. I'm the one everyone calls to go to town for them when it's bad weather coming. Drives me crazy. They've been told. Yeah. Let's see. Bill. I started my YouTube channel the other day, but I don't know how to tell others how to find it. It's under my username, but I can't find it in the search bar. Let's see, Bill. Let me pull it up on the YouTubes. I bet Miss Sharon can find it and stick it up here. She can find anything. Let me see. I'll be honest, I hadn't been watching much YouTube. Let me see. Bill, when I put in Bill Warner, it comes up with political Islam. But I tell you what, political Islam, that is a good, it's Dr. Bill Warner. If anybody wants to watch that, he does some stuff on Islam and the political Islam stuff. And I tell you what, I've enjoyed listening to him before. It's been a hot minute since I've done any of that. But check out that guy. Bill, hopefully Miss Sharon can find it. Yeah, right here. Miss Sharon found it. All right. Guys, go over and check out Bill's thing. And what did you say? It's a silly little short, but it's a start. Hey, you've got to start somewhere. I mean, and I'll tell you how I started mine. Lynn, good morning. We appreciate you being here. And Nathaniel's drinking Spencer's coffee. You should be drinking Retro Warrior coffee, Nathaniel. Go grab some of it. Grab a sample pack. Try it out. Use the code Homestead50 and you'll get 50% off the sample pack. You can figure out what you want. But I'll tell you, Spencer's hot chocolate is good. I've had that several times and enjoy it. Michael Hamilton, we will see you later. Thanks for swinging in. All right, Bill, my first YouTube video is still up there. I told Shelly, I was like, I want to start a YouTube channel. She was coming down. We really didn't know each other that great. And she was like, we can do a YouTube video together. And I'm like, cool, I know nothing about it. So my first YouTube video was essentially Shelly and I sitting at my work table in the shop, and she kind of did an interview. So do that. I mean, you're going to sound, and I felt silly as all get out doing it, but it helped. it helped me getting in there and getting my feet wet with it. And honestly, sometimes I still feel like a goober when I'm sitting here. I do all this on my iPad. Sometimes I feel like the biggest moron in the world. I'm sitting here talking to a rectangle iPad, and it's like, dude, am I weird or what? So, and I do. I feel weird doing it sometimes, but you just got to do it. Get over that fear. You're still going to feel. I don't know how many videos I've done, but I still feel stupid sometimes sitting up here doing it. So get over the feeling stupid. Make it silly. I mean, some of the dumbest stuff people watch. So don't worry about it. Do something dumb. Make it funny, and people will watch it. Let's see. Camo Dad. I've been pushing to finish up our move to Kentucky full time by October. No time for two. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Nathaniel, right here. Just do it. Awkward at first, but once you've done it a few times, it feels natural. And it takes a hell of a long time for it to feel natural, because sometimes it still does not feel natural. It's like, you'll set everything up, and then you're just like, all right, let's do this thing. And I'll hit record, and then I'm like, and then you're thinking to yourself, damn, I look stupid doing some of this sometimes. So, but the more you're going to do something, the better at it you're going to be, and it'll just go boom, boom, boom after a while. And Bill, I'm a simple goober, so I hope with time it gets better. Hey, it will. And yes, exactly. Sometimes bullet points. I write down when I'm doing the morning stuff. That's my sheet. So if you're offended that I'm reading off a sheet, go somewhere else, because I can't remember everything. So I like to go through and do bullet points on stuff. If it's something real intricate and you're going to do a talking head video like this, I will make more notes. But a lot of times I can come in and just do bullet points, and I know what I want to talk about. Or I'll do a bullet point and just scratch some little thing down, or I'll remember a story that ties into this. So I'll just do a little bitty thing about this, and remind me of this story and stuff like that. Like the story about how I got more serious about preparedness stuff is, I was reading that book and it hit me. So I'll make notes like that. Do your bullet points. Some guys will do 3x5 index cards and write stuff on index cards where they can just flip through and do stuff like that. Sometimes if I'm doing like a product review, something, I don't know, something like the Pure Bag water filter, I have not memorized all the specs and all, I forgot how many gallons of water it'll do, what the filter size was, all that kind of stuff. I will have the stuff sitting in front of me, and truth in advertising. I'm going to read all the info, because I can't remember how many thousands of gallons of water and stuff like that it's going to put out. Just tell the people, it's like, I can't remember everything. I can't remember, like this UV17. I don't know how many channels you can put in there. I've got it written down somewhere, but I'm going to forget. Just all kinds of different stuff like that. Don't worry about what you look like. Just do it and go with it. I call that sometimes I remember, and others I don't. Exactly. And then Nathaniel, a Palm Pilot. Man, I hadn't heard about a Palm Pilot, and I don't know when. And then I have a notebook with a cheat sheet, especially phone numbers. Yeah, exactly. And Camo Dad, we're getting old and don't remember like we used to. Yeah. But it is, I mean, a lot of times when Shelly and I will do a podcast, we'll get together, get our topic. Hey, we're going to talk about this. I'll go through and write down a bunch of stuff and do it that way. So then I've got some notes and stuff like that I can work off of. Now, if you're going to do a YouTube video to where you're doing something that's got steps on it, go ahead and make bullet points for all your steps, because you don't want to go in and get ahead of yourself on stuff. If you're talking about processing, like say we're going to process a sheep, You don't want to talk about cutting lamb chops before you even skin the sheep. You don't want to be like, well, we take the lamb chops and we take the loin and do this, and then it's, oh yeah, but first we gotta, skin the sheep and gut it. It's like, keep everything in order. And if you're doing something like that, just write down the steps and the bullet points and go with it. You're gonna feel stupid in the beginning, but it's all gonna work out. And Miss Sharon, my brain is full of useless info. No room for stats. Hey, there's some stuff. Who was it I was talking to? I said something. I was like, yeah, my head is full of useless knowledge sometimes. And they just laughed about it. And they're like, sometimes it's useful, sometimes it's not. And I was like, yeah, or we can just laugh about it and be like, why do you know this kind of stuff? And if you don't know, you're going to have to edit a lot more. Yeah, exactly. I hate editing stuff. I try to edit as little as possible. So, guys, we're coming up on an hour. Don't forget, Combat Midwife, October 25th here in Bowling Green. Land navigation class is going to be November 8th and 9th. The land nav class is going to be at Mammoth Cave National Park. I will have it up on the website where you can buy your spot by Friday is my goal. So that's going to be a 2-day class. Mike Adkins is going to be teaching it. The herbal class, we've got the herbal class tentatively set for December 6th here in Bowling Green. I'm going to try to have it up on the website by Friday also. And yes, Miss Sharon, remember to hit the thumbs up button for me. But yeah, Combat Midwife, October 25th. Land Navigation, October 8th and 9th. And then the herbal class, December 6th. I will have the last 2 classes up by Friday to where you can start getting your spots for that. It's going to be freaking amazing. I'm excited. The comms class is going to get pushed off until January just because we do not have time to do it. If you need any first aid medical stuff, run to the website, grab it. And then also by probably this weekend, we will have programmed radios with consultations up on the website. That's my goal this week, is to get all that stuff on the website. And then also August 30th and 31st, I will be down at Tactical Response taking their immediate action medical class. I bought that at the charity auction we did at the festival because I've been wanting to go through it for a while because I've heard it's an amazing class. So if y'all want to join me, it's August 30th and 31st down in Camden, Tennessee at Tactical Response. So if y'all want to run through that, come down. We'll take it together and have a good weekend. But guys, I appreciate it. And I will talk to y'all. I will be back here Friday. Y'all have a good week. And if you need anything, shoot me an email and we can get you set up. Guys, I appreciate it. And it's off to work at my mother's house. See y'all later.